The South Wales derby. It's full of the good times.
Gomez it is, for the low, scores! Rory Gomez's free kick.
Oh, lovely ball through. Routledge is into the penalty area. Scores for Swansea City!
Balls to Routledge, just inside the penalty area. Crosses into the 6-yard box. Oh, Nathan Dyer's there! He stoops to head home.
Routledge floats it in! Oh yes! It's the new boy Wilmot!
And the bad.
High across goal, headed down in by Stephen Corker, it's 1-0!
But on Sunday, Cardiff make the 46-mile trip to Swansea to write more history. This time with fans and a new rivalry in the managers, as Swansea have a new man in charge. Will it be the Swans who come out on top, or the Bluebirds? Find out my thoughts and others in today's video. What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I have the match preview for the South Wales derby, Swansea City versus Cardiff City at the Swansea.com Stadium, or better known as the Liberty Stadium, this Sunday at 12 o'clock. Come on the Swans, let's hope we can win. Of course, last season Swansea won 1, Cardiff won 1, but in this video with guests, I've got a few Swans fans on and a few neutral fans on, so we'll be getting their opinions later on in the video on the South Wales derby, what the score will be. But in this video I'll be giving you my views on the derby going into it. So I hope you're going to enjoy the video. If you do, please drop a like and subscribe. It means so much. We're so close to 1,200 subscribers, which would just be insane if we can hit it after this video goes out. So thank you very much for the support recently once again. But without further ado, let's get into the preview of the biggest game of the season, the Swans. So starting off with the team news to Swansea, everyone is back. We had Olivier Encham, Ryan Bennett, and also Michael Obafemi out injured, but they're now all back in training this week and all fit and ready to play in the South Wales derby. And for the first time since Russell Martin has taken over at Swans, of course being the new manager for the season, hopefully longer as well, he has a fully fit squad for the first time this season. As for Cardiff, I am completely unsure. I tried asking the Cardiff fan about the team news, but he couldn't unfortunately give me an answer. So for Cardiff, I have no idea about them, if they have a fully fit team or not, but let's hopefully see a few injuries in there, and then Monday morning let's hope everyone for Cardiff recovers, because we don't like injured players, but for the derby we don't want their best players, do we? So hopefully Monday morning all their injured players recover, but yeah, not for the derby. So now guys, let's have a look at some neutral fans. What are their predictions going into the South Wales derby, and what do they think about it?
Big up Tristan24, thanks for having me on your channel. I just want to say this derby is going to be epic, and there's only going to be one result. It's going to be 1-0 the Swans, and it's going to be no Piro, no party. It's going to be absolutely electric scenes. I'm looking forward to it. And Cardiff get battered everywhere they go. Never forget that. Big up. And come on, you Swans.
So, Tristan has asked me to give my opinions on the upcoming South Wales derby this weekend. It is going to be a very interesting game, as it always is, especially as a neutral. You know, I'm not going to be a bag of nerves until the day and throughout the game like I would be if this was an East Midlands derby, of course. But obviously, it's always going to be a great game, no matter who you support. So let's get into it, let's talk about it. So let's talk about Swansea. We all know full well there has been a major drop off, you know, having 2 years in the playoffs back to back, now coming and struggling at the bottom end of the table after 11 games, and it's still early days, of course, it could change. I don't really think it's all too bad, really. Like, you have been playing some all right stuff so far this season. You've had some games to forget, you know. I remember you lost to Stoke at home, and I remember Tristan was getting quite animated about that to me, which yeah, rightly so. But obviously you've drawn an awful amount of games so far this season. I think you've drawn 4 games 0-0. So the fact that you've drawn all of them 0-0 is really concerning. You can't score that many goals, and when you do lose Jamal Lowe and Andre Ayew, it's always going to be a massive loss up front, of course, and we all know you've lost a lot of other key players like Connor Roberts as well, and obviously Steve Cooper's now at my club Forest, which so far so very, very good under Steve Cooper at Forest. But Russell Martin, of course, only 1 season in management before, previously with MK Dons, so he is a very, very new manager. He's got to prove himself. As for Cardiff, of course, it has been a pretty dreadful start to the season for them, even though it did start pretty well, which it doesn't really make any sense how they had a pretty alright start, not an amazing start, but a decent start at that, and then they go and lose 5 in a row to the point where they're now below Swansea, who have also had a poor start to the season. So it is strange, and if we're going to be talking about your head-to-head record between the two of you, it is really evenly matched, to be honest, and it hasn't ever really been that high scoring. Last season, the away team won both games. You know, Cardiff beat you at the Liberty, which was dreadful for you, of course, and then obviously you beat them away from home. So it is going to be an interesting one, this. As for my prediction, even though both teams have had history of not scoring goals this season, I know that Cardiff have not scored a goal yet in the first half of any game, which is dreadful. I do think Swansea might edge this, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on a Swansea channel. I genuinely think that might be the case. It could be a draw. You know, I could quite easily see it being a draw, but I do also think it could be like a 1-0 to Swansea. So yeah, final prediction, I'm going to go 1-0 Swansea. Thanks for having me on, mate. Always great to be here. And please, of course, if you are new, come over and subscribe to my channel. If you do enjoy what I'm talking about here today, please, I would really appreciate it. I'm on the brink of 2,000 subscribers as well, so let's get me there. You know, that would be absolutely incredible if I could get that. So yeah, you Reds, and come on you Swans.
Tristan, Shemai. So, the big South Wales derby this coming weekend. Swansea City, Cardiff City. Both teams, I think, are in a bit of a free-fall, especially Swansea after the playoff final, losing players. I don't know the ins and outs of your club, but I'm surprised at the 19th and 20th respectively. Predictions. I've always been a Swans fan, ever since the John Toshak era of the 70s and 80s, but I reckon 1-0 Swans. So, 1-0 Swans.
Hello viewers of Tristan's channel, and I'm LJP. You may or may not know me. I've been asked to preview the South Wales derby between Swansea and Cardiff. Now this one, it's going to be a very tight game. South Wales derbies tend to be quite tight, and I think Swansea will edge this one out, and this could definitely be the end of Mick McCarthy. But I do think Swansea will be winning this game 2-1, and I think this will lead to the sacking of Mick McCarthy. He's just I believe Cardiff haven't won in 5 games now, and they've all been losses, including some very convincing losses to the likes of West Brom and Blackburn. So I think if there is to be a winner in this game, I think it will spark some very, very good form. I say if Swansea win, I think they will continue their good momentum that they've had so far this season. And if Cardiff win, I think this could re-galvanise their form. But I do think Swansea will win 2-1. And yeah, Russell Martin, he's slightly inexperienced, but he's definitely finding his feet, and I think Swansea are definitely adapting to his style of play. But yeah, and I do think this will be the end for Mick McCarthy. But yeah, thank you for Tristan for allowing me on the channel. Make sure to like the video for Tristan and subscribe to his channel. Top lad, great content, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Cameron Webster, and I just want to say a big thanks to Tristan24 for letting me come on his channel for the preview of the South Wales derby. And yeah, instead of wasting time, let's get straight to it. So let's start off with Swansea City, and they're currently sitting 19th place with 11 points. You know, they've won 2 games so far, and they've got a lot of draws. They obviously played Hull City. I'm a Hull fan. Don't know about exactly thing about, but yeah, they look pretty good against us. You know, it's always going to be, you know, they've got a new manager, Russell Martin. New manager, new play style. It's going to be hard for them, isn't it? Yeah. let's just hope they can start getting better. Let's go to Cardiff City now. You know, seem to struggle like Swansea. And yeah, I think in the last 7 games they've lost 6 and won 1. So yeah, things are going well for McCarthy and Cardiff. Yeah, let's move on to my thoughts of the game. You know, I personally think it'll be a close game like all derbies tend to be. Based on the bad form Cardiff are in, I think Swansea will edge it 2-1. And you know, as a result of that, I wouldn't be surprised if Cardiff sacked McCarthy. You know, I'd expect Swansea to move up the table. I probably want to see them about mid-table at the end of the season. However, if Cardiff keep McCarthy, then I'd expect them to see them out of the relegation zone. But if McCarthy just gets sacked, then you know, I don't know what will happen. So yeah, that is my thoughts of the South Wales derby, which happens on Sunday the 17th of October. And yeah, thanks Tristan for letting me be on your channel, and make sure you go subscribe to Tristan. And you know, if you have spare time, please go and check out my channel, which is Ken Webster, with the orange background with Ken Webster on it. But yeah, thanks Tristan. Hope you enjoy the South Wales derby. See you again next time.
Big up Tristan. So just had the international break again, and there's another one coming up very soon, which is really frustrating. Swansea and Cardiff are pretty much down near the bottom of the table, both not doing too well. Going to be a tough game, obviously it's a derby game as well, so anything can happen, but because I'm on the Swansea channel, I'm going to go for Swansea 2, Cardiff 0. So yeah, good luck Tristan, and thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Tristan and drop a like on this video.
What's going on, Tristan? He's asked me to do predictions for the Swansea versus Cardiff game. Proper game this. It's as most important as North London derby to Swansea and Welsh people. But big up Tristan, man. Hope you're well, buddy. And my score predictions will be 3-0 to the Swans. Come on, let's go. Everyone go subscribe to Tristan24. Big up yourselves. It's been your boy James Peach.
And now I'll give you my predicted lineup for the Swans, what I think Russell Martin will go through, and then later on I'll give you what I think I would go with if I was the Swans manager. Everyone's dream really of being the Swans manager. But predicting lineup, I think he'll go with Ben Hamer in goal. He started the last couple of games now. Stephen Bender started the season, but now Hamer has come in as more of Russell Martin's number 1. Maybe prefers though, I'm not too sure, but it seems that way. At the back, of course, back 5, I think we'll have Ethan Laird on the right and Jake Bedwell on the left as the wing backs. And in the midfield, I'll go with the experience of Carl Norton and Ryan Bennett, and with them is the superb Ben Cabango, of course, score with his head. Just in front of them then, as the CDMs, I'll go with Captain Matt Grimes, and I think he'll choose Flynn Downs, who loves to get stuck in. Wouldn't even be surprised if he got a red card in this game, because he likes to put a tackle in. Ahead of them is the returning Olivier Encham in the cam position, and above them is Joel Piro and Michael Obafemi. On the bench, and I think Russell Martin will put Stephen Bender on there, Ryan Manning, Reece Williams, Jay Fulton, who is just so good. The midfield options you have are so good that a player like Jay Fulton wouldn't even be started. Ahead of him next, we also have the experience of Corey Smith on the bench, who loves to get stuck in as well. I really like Corey Smith. Jeremy Patterson and Liam Cullen is what I think the bench will look like on Sunday. If I was a Swansea boss though, this is what I'd play on Sunday. I play a full 3-2, so not something you see all the time. This formation, it has 2 wide cams. So in goal I go with Ben Hamer. I just think he's a good keeper and a bit underrated, to be honest, and the way we like to play football, you know, he's just more comfortable than Bender at his feet. He's more composed. In front of them, I go with a back four, of course, of Ethan Led, Ben Cabango, and Ryan Bennett, and then next to him, of course, Jake Bidwell. The two DMs, same as the one I think Russell Martin would choose on Sunday. I'd go for Downs and Grimes, just two excellent midfielders. Grimes likes to have shots and is a brilliant set piece taker. Downs likes to get stuck into the game, and I think that is really, really key. The two wide cams then, I think, would be Jamie Patterson and Olivier Encham. They're just superb players, and yeah, they are attacking wise. They love to get forward and have a few shots, and shots lead to goals. And in the front two, finishing it off, will be Joel Piro and Michael Obafemi. My bench then would be Stephen Bender, Ryan Manning, Cal Norton, Jay Fulton, Corey Smith, Liam Cullen, and Morgan Whittaker. By the way, I think that is a decent championship squad there, especially the bench. You know, not many teams have a good bench and 11, but you know, after the transfer window we've had, it's not the best. It could have been stronger. Of course, we lost a lot of numbers in the summer, but I think as a Swans fan, I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. So now let's have a look at the if, buts and maybes, what could happen after the game. Of course, this is on Sunday, so we have Friday night games and all the Saturday games to go first, so the table could alter. So as you can see behind me, Swansea City are 19th, Cardiff are 20th, but the highest position they could go, if Swansea win, highest position they can go is 14th, and highest position Cardiff could go is 14th, but of course this could completely change after the Saturday and Friday games have been played. If there is a winner and a loser, of course that would make sense, then the team that loses could go as low as 23rd, with putting them in real danger, although we are quite early on in the season. If it's a draw though, Swansea could finish on 16th on goal difference, and Cardiff could finish 17th if they got the draw. Of course, a draw, both teams get a point. So if it was a draw and no one else was playing this weekend, it was just the Swans, and everyone else had a game in hand on them, Swans would finish 16th on goal difference, Cardiff would finish 17th on goal difference. Not on goal difference. Top goal scorers then, of course, these are the men we need to look out for on Sunday. Swansea's top goal scorer is Joel Piro, 7 goals and assists, 6 of them are goals. For Cardiff, Aidan Flint, surprisingly, is their top goal scorer, 4 goals, 1 assist. And then the top assisters are Swansea, Led, Dander and Williams, although Led has 2 of his assists in the league. Dander and Daniel Williams have them in the cup games, but they all have 2 anyway. Cardiff, Ryan Giles is their top assister with 5 assists. Clean sheets then, Swansea City so far this season have had 6 clean sheets, only comparing to Cardiff's 1. And before I give you my final score prediction, let's hand you over to some Swans fans who would like to give their prediction ahead of Sunday's game.
So thanks Tristan for letting me come on your channel, mate. My score prediction for this one in the South Wales derby then is going to be Swansea 2, Cardiff 0. Goal scorers, I'm going to go for Flint, Downs and Joel Piro. I think it'll be a good game. Swans will obviously dominate the ball, but the main thing for us is will we finish the chances we create. Cardiff, question for them is will they capitalise on set pieces and Swansea's lack of height to the back. If Cardiff win, I think Mccarthy will get at least until December to save his job. If they lose, I think he's gone. As Russell Martin, even if he loses this, he'll still be Swansea manager next week, but a win would really help some fans get convinced by his football. But anyway, thanks Tristan for coming on your channel, mate. Hopefully you enjoy the South Wales derby. Subscribe to my channel, guys, Swans Away Days, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Right, hello to everyone on the Tristan24 channel. Massive thanks to Tristan for having me on. He's asked me to give a brief prediction ahead of the South Wales derby this Sunday at the Liberty Stadium, 12 o'clock kickoff. So yeah, obviously we've just had the international break. We've had 2 weeks off without football. It's been very boring. As much as I do like watching Wales, there's nothing better than getting back to club football and watching the Swans. And what a way to resume the season with the South Wales derby. So yeah, obviously last season it was one apiece in the derby. Obviously, you know, we won 2-0 at their place, a brace from Jamal Lowe, and they won 1-0 at our place with a goal from Aidan Flint. So yeah, hopefully, you know, we can come out on the better end of things on Sunday, but it's going to be tough, you know. I believe Cardiff have lost their last 5. Obviously our last result was a 0-0 draw at Derby away, so you know, our last win was a 1-0 home win against Huddersfield, but yeah, this could go anyway. If I was to give a prediction, I'm going to be confident. I'm never going to predict against the Swans, especially not in a derby. So I'm going to say 2-0 Swans. I'm going to go with Matt Grimes to score an absolute thunderbolt, and I'm going to go with Ethan Laird to score as well. But yeah, hopefully we win this. I think if we do win this, I think Mick McCarthy is in real trouble. I think he probably will be sacked because, you know, obviously there'll be 6 losses on the bounce, and it's a derby as well, so it's never good losing a derby. But I think if we can go on and win, I think we will, you know, push on and have a very good season. Because, you know, us or Cardiff both haven't had a very good start to the season, both being, you know, down the lower end of the table. I believe we're similar position. I think there's only 1 space between us. But yeah, I think if we can win this, then I'd say that we'll probably go on a good run, because obviously we've just had the international break. So even if we did pick up a good run of form before, that kind of would come to a stop because of the international break. But now, you know, if we win this, it'll be the first game back after the international break. It'll be a derby win, so I think if we do win this, we'll go on a very good winning streak. And yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Swans, Matt Grimes and Ethan Laird. But yeah, thanks for Tristan for having me on.
Yo guys, on Tristan's channel is Kirsty, also known as a True Jack, and he's asked me to give my thoughts on the South Wales derby on Sunday. So Cardiff are in really bad form, they're losing their last 5 games, but they're playing us next, and you know, like, we're against teams are on bad records. We intend to end them when they beat us. I just hope it doesn't happen, because, you know, it's a typical Swansea way. It's the opposite sometimes, where teams are on really good form. Like, think about Cardiff. Last time we played them for the first time last season, they were on a 4-game winning streak. We ended it by beating them 2-0. You know, it's a Swansea way really. But, I mean, Swansea, our attacking sense is a little bit questionable at the moment. But if we keep the ball on the floor, if we dominate possession and take our chances, then we should look at winning the game. And my prediction, well, I kind of see us being another 0-0 draw for us, unfortunately. I mean, the way both teams are playing as well. But it's a derby, you've got to be confident for that. 2-0 Swans win. I think Joel Pirou and Jamie Patterson will get the goal for us, the 2 goals. Come on, the Swans.
So my final score prediction is Swansea City 3, Cardiff City 1, and I think this will be the end of the road for Mick McCarthy. Let's hope so anyway. Well, you know, if they keep getting bad results, let's hope he stays, but no. I think it will be 3-1 and McCarthy will go. So, first of all, I think Pirou will score 23 minutes in. Love to see that. Because no Pirou, no party. And 42 minutes in, just before half time, I think Sean Morrison will score for them. 63 minutes in, though, I think Ben Cabango will score. And then, just to seal off the win, in the 89th minute, I'm going for captain Matty Grimes to score an absolute screamer of a free kick. Here to here first. Let's finally jump on FIFA 22. I kept 20 minutes back off the 10-hour trial just for this video, just so I can get FIFA 22 to predict the outcome of the South Wales derby. Let's go. So guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please drop a like and subscribe. I don't know if I'll be doing a watch along for Sunday. If I do end up watching it, which hopefully I do, I'll probably watch it with family. But if we win, I might do a stream after just to talk about the games, the key events, and just celebrate, to be honest, because, you know, Sheffield's derby is absolutely massive. So let's hope the Swans can get the win, because South Wales belongs to be black and white, not blue anymore. Come on you Swans, let's get the result. Thanks to everyone that's featured in today's videos. Thanks to everyone that's featured in today's video. If you guys do want to go check them out, all of their links will be in the description down below. And until next time, take care, goodbye. Come on you Swans!